Hey everybody, this is Darnell Crittenden from DC and Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave a notification on so you not miss DTV at its best. And this is my Thursday morning updates. August 29th, 2024. And again, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Right now, the Spidey Online show is at 708 subscribers. So to all my 708 subscribers, again, well appreciated. I can't be more happier than I am now, but the quest still continues. Let's try to get that 800 mark by next month. Let's try to get that 900 mark uh, between October and November. Let's definitely try to get that 1,000 mark before the Christmas holidays. Right now, let's talk about movies. I'm on the topic of movies for now. Although December is like less than 3 or 4 months away, I want to get this topic off my brain right now. I'm sure everybody saw the trailer on Facebook, on YouTube, on social media. Uh, Probably seen the commercial a couple of times. They dropped the trailer yesterday for Sonic 3. Too bad I can't drop the trailer because, for one, right now I don't have enough subscribers. I don't have the proper equipment I need to do those sort of things. And even if I did, I got to get permission from Paramount and Sony and all that. So they can't say I can't give you my input on the trailer as far as verbally. I've seen the trailer like about 5 times, okay? And what can I say about Sonic 3? Give me 1 second. Okay. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be amazing. And love the first Sonic, enjoy the second one, and now the third one, the third installment. I got my wish in the trailer. Yes, Jim Carrey came back as the Fat Eggman. Yeah, it's funny in the trailer. He grew his hair out. He balled himself apart. He became a complete hot mess. And man, he and he said, if I can't conquer the world, I might as well save it. So him and Agent Stone, they turned around and he shaved his head and freshened him up. He was too big to fall into the bathroom, and then I guess he ran out of toilet paper and ripped off Agent Stone's shirt to handle his business or whatever. And then a few moments later, you got the Fat Eggman. You know, he gained a beer belly nonetheless. I thought that was funny. What can I say about the trailer? It's everything I imagined. And again, I want to give a quick shout out right quick. I just recently saw Thorn Theater reaction on Sonic 3, and I liked his comments on that. Uh, he told me he wasn't a big Shadow fan, but that's okay. But it's the fact that he did mention, you know, he really wanted to see the movie because of Jim Carrey, and I agree. Now, me on the other hand, I'm the opposite. I love Sonic. In fact, I love everybody in the Sonic universe. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Amy, uh, Rogue the Bat, you know, uh, Robotnik. Okay, I love everybody in the Sonic universe. But my favorite character, I'm not gonna lie, it's Shadow, man. And they did some amazing stuff in this trailer. And it was one scene, my favorite scene, where uh, Sonic told Shadow no cheat codes, and Shadow just happened to be on his famous motorcycle and just zipping through and just handling business. That's one of the most iconic scenes. I don't know how they did that and put that into the movie. I loved it. Now, uh, which in a minute I'm gonna start talking about predictions as far as some of these great movies that's gonna come out, that's gonna end at the end of the year as far as $1 billion movies. Well, for starters, Deadpool and Wolverine. I ain't even got to put that post up because it's already went surpassed over $1 billion. Before I get to talk about the $1 billion movies again, let's continue about the Sonic 3 trailer. Shout out goes out to Original Films, Paramount Studios, Sega. From what I'm seeing on how the storyline is, it looks amazing. It looks incredible. I can't wait to see the movie. Hell, I got my Supersonic dial. We're both excited for it. Ain't you excited? We're excited for this movie. All right. And I got this a couple of years back at an anime fair. So Supersonic's excited just as much as I am. Okay. But this is amazing. This is totally phenomenal. And I'm saying this because of two reasons. Here are one of the two reasons why I want to see Sonic 3. One, Jim Carrey. Let's talk about Jim Carrey. And I'll make this brief. Every movie that Jim Carrey made, I was not disappointed. Okay, and I think my three favorite Jim Carrey movies: one, The Mask; two, Batman and Robin when he played the Riddler; and three, he did Ace Ventura, and then When Nature Calls. Those are my three favorite movies. Now, as far as now, anything that he plays in is good, but to pick him as Dr. Robotnik, and again, this will probably be his last performance doing Dr. Robotnik, he's gonna go out with a bang. And then we finally got the Fat Eggman. I'm ready for this. I'm just stoked. I'm excited. But he gonna go out. He gonna go out like a G, straight up. So that's one of the reasons. And two, Keanu Reeves, amazing actor. When I think of Keanu is, he's, how should I describe him? And I'm gonna describe him in a hellified, respectful definition because I got so much love for what he does within his work as far as acting. He's cool, humble, but his actions speak louder than words. And I mean, back in the days, I remember Keanu Reeves back in the days when he did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Point Break. He was in a football movie called The Replacements. You know, he did it all. You know, John Constantine, anything that's John Wick, he is going to bring it. But now to see that John Wick demeanor, HMLEs, shout out goes out to you. So yeah, say hi, Sonic. Shout out goes out to HMLEs. And to see all this and put it all into this character Shadow, which happened to be one of my, again, I love Sonic. Yes, Speed. Yes, he did Speed. You know, he did 47 Ronins. Love that movie. Anything this brother does, he's amazing. But my favorite Keanu Reeves movie of all, and it's still going to be one of my number one favorite movies on the top of my list, The Matrix. The Matrix. I said it, agreed. Knock was good too. Knock was good too, but the Matrix, the Wachowski brothers, yes, it was meant for him to be Neo, Mr. Anderson, the one. I can watch, and believe me, I got the whole collection of The Matrix in my room. I loved all of them. Of course, my favorite one's going to be the first one. Love the second one too. Third one was too bad. When they came back and did the fourth installment, They could have did a little bit better with the storyline within the fourth installment because they didn't have Lawrence Fishburne in the last one. They went and got somebody else. I forgot that actor's name, but when it comes to me, I'll bring it up on the next time on my show. But again, the way I describe Keanu, cool, humble, even when he's pissed, he's cool and humble. And in real life, a lot of people say he's probably one of the nicest actors in the world. I believe that. I actually believe that. But his actions speak louder than his words. This movie is going to be extremely rare because for the first time ever, you got Jim Carrey and Keanu Reeves in the same flick. Okay, you have Jim Carrey's sense of humor, comedic dialogues. Johnny Mnemonic was good. Yes, you got all that, and then you're bringing in Mr. Wick, Johnny Mnemonic. The list goes on and on. So to see these two legendary actors of the decades. Now, from what I recall, I never saw them two in a movie together, but to be into a, animated movie, slash computer graphics and all that, for them to act in a movie at the same time, I'm going to tell you right now, Sonic 3 is going to be a very rare movie because of that. And it's going to be one of the rarest movies of all because, from what I heard, this might be Jim Carrey's last performance as Dr. Robotnik. The movie comes out December 20th. My birthday is on December 15th. So I'm definitely going to see this. Think of this as my Christmas slash birthday present to myself. I'm going to see that. Youngbloods was good too. Youngbloods, yeah, that was cool. That was straight. I ain't knocking that. But he's definitely legendary in Speed, so I can't knock Speed too. All I'm saying is, here's where I'm about to start talking about my predictions right now. As far as movies of 2024. Let's talk about predictions. These are my predictions right now of some of the movies that's going to be going out in a bang in 2024. Besides Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine don't even count. All right. Let's start off with Beetlejuice and Venom. Both of them gonna make $1 billion. But again, these are just predictions. But one of them out of the two might make $1 billion. Beetlejuice. Let's start off with Beetlejuice right quick. It's been a while since we've seen Tim Burton movies, and again, shout out goes out to the old school Michael straight up Keaton. Okay, he's coming back, so that's going to be interesting. That is going to be interesting because again, I got love for Michael Keaton, and for him to do the Beetlejuice thing one more time. See, yours is the 13th, my birthday's the 15th. So, yeah, we Sagittarius, we got a lot in common. So to see Keaton reprise the role nearly over a decade, to do Beetlejuice Deuce, and then you got Jenny Ortega, she joins the cast, William Dafoe, he joins the BJ universe. So, again, this movie will make over $1 million. All right. Then you got Venom, The Last Dance with Tom Hardy. Of course, anything that's Marvel, they're going to act a fool. Now, I don't know if this is going to be Tom Hardy's last performance as Venom. I pray to God, I hope it's not. But if I had to choose to see who's going to make Wesley Snipes is back as Blade. I'm gonna get into that in about another couple of minutes. Let me just get this little predictions out the way. We gonna get on that believe me, I got some stuff I'm gonna explain in a minute. Again, Tom Hardy as Blade. You got me so excited. I'm confusing the characters. Okay, no, Tom Hardy is Venom. All right, we don't trust me, HM at least. We gonna get into that momentarily. I'm just as excited as you is. All right, again, Tom Hardy as Venom. From what I heard, this might be his last performance as Venom. Marvel Studios, please, man, let that project ride. Whatever you guys do, if this is his last one, fine. But here is my predictions between Beetlejuice and Venom. Both of them going to make $1 million, hands down. But if I had to choose, it's gonna be a nail biter. It's gonna be a real huge nail biter. I will have to say, out of the two, I gotta go with Beetlejuice on this one. Because, again, this is Keaton. And again, nothing against Marvel. I'm a Marvel fan to the day I die. But, I mean, you gotta think, Marvel did it all. It's been a while since, Tim Burton did his own thing, HML leads. So I'm gonna have to I gotta go with Beetlejuice 2 on this one. To see Keaton back to reprise the role, and you got a new cast. Now, I might be surprised if both of them make $1 billion. Didn't see that coming, but my prediction, Beetlejuice or Venom, both gonna make $1 million. But if I had to choose which one's going to make over $1 billion, it's a slim chance, a very slim chance, it might be Beetlejuice 2. The New Crow, give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna really talk about that in a minute. I'm glad you added more input to my brain. Give me a couple of minutes on that. Next, let's see. We're gonna talk about Transformers 1 and Kraven the Hunter. Again, another Marvel movie, another Paramount movie. I love Transformers. I love Kraven the Hunter. Okay, let's start off with Transformers right now. We got over 40 years of Transformers. Alright, and to see Transformers 1, only thing that's going to be a little disappointed about this movie is you don't have the original voice actors in there. You don't have Peter Cullen, who played the voice of Optimus Prime, and you don't have Frank Welker, who plays the voice of Megatron, HMLE. So that's going to kind of be a little of a throw-off right now for some people. But you do have Chris Hemsworth, who plays the voice of Optimus Prime, aka Ryan Pax, and then you have Scarlett Johansson plays the voice of Alita 1, and then you got a few other actors. You even have Lawrence Fishburne, who plays the voice of Lord Alpha Trion, that give the Transformers state powers, so to speak. That's going to be good. Then you got Kraven the Hunter, all right, which that's a Marvel thing again. Now you got my boy Kick Butt, because again, my show is under stated direction, so I can't use no profanity. He did, what's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson, that's his name. He's the guy who played in Kick Butt 1, Kick Butt 2. He played in Godzilla. He played in my favorite movie, Bullet Train. And now he's going to be Kraven the Hunter. Seen the trailer for that. That looks amazing. Now, here are my predictions between those two movies. Both is going to make over $1 million. If I had to choose who's going to make $1 billion, and that's a huge if, it's gonna be a, I don't know how I say it, it's gonna be a close call. It's gonna be a tough race. I will have to go with Marvel on this one. Here's the reason why. Transformers 1 will set it off if you have the original voice actors. But because they have different voice actors now, it's going to be good, but I feel the movie is not going to be centered. Because if you ain't got the legendary voices behind these characters, then how should I put it? If the original voice actor was in this movie, I would say Transformers 1. But they changed the script, they added new character, they wanted to add a new flavor. They trying to make it go back to the early years of Cybertron, where the Transformers were just young before the great Cybertronian war. I will say that's cool, but at the same time, I feel in a way it's not fan base because you don't have the characters to make this movie center. Now, as far as the visual, the special effects, the storyline, it's amazing. I think it's great. But long story short, Transformers 1 and Kraven the Hunter, I gotta go with Marvel on this one. Marvel, between those two, as far as prediction, $1 million to the both of them, yes. $1 billion, if it comes down to it, I'm running with Kraven the Hunter on this one. Next, my last final third prediction, between The Lion King and Sonic 3. Let's get that out the way right now. For starters, let's go with Disney. Anything that's in the Disney universe, I love. And my favorite overall movie is The Lion King. Now they coming out with Mufasa, The Lion King. The storyline is amazing. This goes way back, you know, from what I've found out from the storyline, where orphan cubs becomes the great king of Pride Rock. It tells you a little about Mufasa and Scar's story. It also tells you about the secrets of the elephant graveyard. It tells the bond and the friendship, you know, between him and his brother Scar before they became bitter rivals. I did see the trailer for this movie, HML Leads, and again, the visual, the animation is incredible. I think it's amazing. All right, which leads to my other movie, Sonic 3. Again, people are going to see this movie because of two reasons. New Superman, I'm going to get to that topic in a minute. Let me just get my predictions out the way. People are going to lose their mind because now you have Jim Carrey is back one last time as Robotnik, and you got Keanu Reeves in the same universe as Shadow. This movie is going to be extremely rare. And I've seen the trailer. They just dropped the trailer down yesterday, HML Leads, and my mind was blown. Now I'm ready for December, but not so. I'm not that desperate for the snow and all that right now. Here is my predictions between these two movies. Who is going to win? Sonic 3 or Mufasa the Lion King? Both are going to make over $1 million. They're going to cut their budget. They're going to over exceed their budget. They're going to make that million. But if I had to choose who's going to make $1 billion again, I got to go with Sonic 3. Now here's the reason why. Let's get back as far as Mufasa the Lion King is concerned. Now, we don't know for sure, you know, because lately nobody haven't heard from the original voice that does Mufasa, James Earl Jones. We haven't heard him we haven't heard anything from Hollywood about him, whether or not is he going to play the voice one more time. We don't know if the man's still around. Now, we have to wait and see if we see the movie. Chances are I have to see both movies to find out is James Earl Jones is going to do the voice for Mufasa in The Lion King. If he does, the movie's going to get over. If not, it'll be great, but at the same time, it's not going to live up to its expectation. So, would I see both of them? Yeah. Now, Sonic 3, on the other hand, that's going to blow up because of two reasons. One, Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves. First time both of them being in the same movie together, especially if it's live live action animated. And two, this is going to be Jim Carrey's last performance as Dr. Robotnik. And he's playing two roles. He's playing Dr. Robotnik and he's also playing Dr. Gerald Robotnik. That's supposed to be his dad or whatever, but that's going out like that too. I will have to say, and I'm going to defend both sides, if James Earl Jones does the voice of Mufasa, this movie is going to make over $1 billion. If not, Sonic 3 is going to take the title. So there you have it. Those are my three predictions. All right. Beetlejuice, okay, Kraven the Hunter, and Sonic 3. These are going to be my three predictions out of one, if not all three of these movies before the end of 2024. Somebody, or hell, then again, all three of them, besides Beetlejuice, they're going to make over $1 billion. And please leave it in the comments. Please leave it in the comments. Now we're going to get back to as far as my little robot, but you know, we're going to get back as far as Wesley Snipes back as Blade. Now I've been hearing speculations that they might drop Mahershala Ali and bring Wesley Snipes back as Blade. I don't know if they're going to do a fourth installment. If they do, you know, again, I got to give a shout out to Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, again, he's Marvel Jesus. He pulled it off. He told Wesley, you want to be in this movie? And you're like, sure, okay. Wesley had a cameo, even though Wesley was in the movie for like 4 to 5 minutes. But that 4 to 5 minutes, 60 years old, he still got one left in the tank, and he was just breaking them off, man. So, Marvel, man, make that happen. Let's see one more Blade movie. Let's see one more installment. And again, this what made the movie $1 billion with Deadpool and Wolverine, to bring back certain cameos. And the best cameo of all was Wesley Snipes. My man was like, you made me proud. So let's see what Marvel gonna do in 2025 or whatever. We don't know if we're gonna have another Blade movie or not now that he's back, but if we do, that's again Wesley Snipes. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records twice for doing Blade. No other actor can pull that off. So, you know, I mean, even though they was gonna give the title to Mahershala Ali, but again, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, they said, we gotta have this. If we can't have this, then it ain't gonna work. And sure enough, now it worked. Now, Jimmy Fallon said on the show a while back with Ryan Reynolds, is gonna be a Deadpool 4. And Ryan Reynolds like, no, that's it for me, that's it for me. But I think as far as Deadpool 4, this is Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman for the cameos and the 115 F-bombs and over 1 million fourth wall breaks. This is their way of sending off, saying thank you for everything they've done. So, and again, if this comes out on home video, if I got to go to Amazon and buy it and have it sent to the mail, so be it. But let's hope if Marvel come up with a decision and let Wesley do one more Blade. Next, she says something about the new Crow. When I was at the movies last week and I saw Alien Romulus, and again, shout out goes out to the Google, Larry Leonard, leave in the comments and tell me what you think of Alien Romulus. I gave you my input on it on my last show. On a scale of 1 to 10, I gave that movie a 9. But back to what I was saying about the new Crow, and I've seen the trailer for that. What's that actor's name? And he played Pennywise in the remake of it. Bill Skarsgård, I think that's his name. Now, he's an amazing actor. I liked him in It and the It 2 remake. Not a horror fan, did get a chance to see it. And he got that creepy smile. So that actually works for him. I think that's cool. And he also played Zeitgeist in Deadpool 2, where he's spitting out acrylic acid and is burning everybody and all that. That's cool too. Now, he did a movie recently, and when it comes out on home video, I'm going to get it. It calls Boy Kills World, where he plays this deaf, mute martial artist, and he was just kicking butt and killing everybody. That works for him. But to see him as new It coming out, I'll get to that second in a minute. To see him to play Eric Draven, aka the Crow, that was originally made for the late great Brandon Lee. To step into that role, I gotta go there. Here's some things that just Hollywood need to just don't touch and leave it alone. In a way, I don't want to see this movie because I feel that you're disrespecting. And again, I'm not saying to Bill Skarsgård. I'm talking about the producers who made this movie. I feel that y'all disrespecting the late great Bruce Lee. Reminds me of Blind Fury. We'll get to that in a minute. I just want to get this topic off because I think it's very important. To remake The Crow, and I'm not saying the movie's going to be a flop. I think it's going to be good. But at the same time, if you're showing homage, that's one thing, that's fine. But if you're doing it because at the same time, I feel that the movie's being disrespected because everybody know who Bruce Lee is, greatest martial artist to ever live. And then you got his son, Brandon Lee. When Brandon Lee did The Crow, it looked perfect. Because I got to leave out in a minute. I got to go to the grocery store in a few minutes. It looked perfect. For Bill Skarsgård to come in and to do this role. Now, the only way I will see this movie, if you're paying homage to Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, then I'll go see it. But if Hollywood is doing it because they're running out of ideas, I feel that they're disrespecting a legendary movie. Certain movies were just not meant to be remakes. I'm sorry. The Crow is legendary. That's like saying you're going to remake The Enter the Dragon. Leave it alone. Certain, especially martial art movies. Now, Showdown in Little Tokyo, that's good. Again, I'm just proving my point. You know, that's like saying y'all going to remake Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell. Leave it alone. I guess, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. These are legendary movies that they really put the time in to make it right. Now, again, I saw the trailer with Bill Skarsgård, and then the way he got him looking like the Crow, it doesn't, how shall I put it? I'm not saying it doesn't work for him. It doesn't match. I can't see him. It just doesn't match. He got short hair. He walking around with a black trench coat on. He got his face looking like the Crow and all that. It doesn't match. They're doing that remake. Okay, but HMLE, I want you to understand. There's a difference between a remake and originality. When they did the first Crow, it was originality. Okay, it made sense. All right. The late great Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, is no longer here. Now, to do the remake, unless you're paying homage to him, I'll watch it. No problem. If not, leave it alone. Technically, I would never made a remake on that. Again, certain movies was just not meant to be touched. Big Trouble in Little China with The Rock. Again, that's disrespect towards the homage of the movie. Certain movies, again, I'm going to say, I hate repeating myself, but the last time I say this, It was just not meant to be remakes. Make some originality for a change. Okay, now, since we want to go there on remakes, Beetlejuice 2. Now I'm going to use that as an example. And you got Michael Keaton. It's perfect because he fits in that universe. I can't see, now I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there an extra mile. I can't see Jim Carrey playing Beetlejuice. It's going to suck. You can say whatever you want. It's going to suck raw butt. Keep in mind, my show is under stated direction. That's why I can't use profanity. But you get the point what I'm trying to say. It doesn't fit. Just like, Transformers 1 with Chris Hemsworth doing the voice of Optimus Prime. It's cool because you can get away with that because that's like a prelude to leading towards how the Transformers started. That's different. You can get away with that. But when you do legendary movies that are remakes, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Then again, some people thought that Deadpool and Wolverine didn't work. I'm using that as an example, but because it was Marvel and it's Ryan Reynolds, and he made it a little more funny rather than less serious to some cases, other than the blood and guts and all, then that worked. HML Lee says Freddy Krueger remake Kevin Bacon in the new Friday. Now I heard rumors about that. I don't know if that's true or not. This is why I'm coming on the topic of subject right now as far as remakes movies. If you're gonna make a remake, two of the most important things of all. One, have the original actor. I'm no movie expert, but I do have a movie collection, so I do know some history on how certain movies should be made. If you're going to make a remake, if it doesn't have the original formula or a prelude leading to that original formula, then leave it alone. Certain movies was just not meant to be touched. Okay, again, that's like having what's a good example? And he's one of my favorite actors too. That's like having Samuel L. Jackson doing The Matrix and he portraying Morbius. Not saying that won't work, because I got love for Samuel L. Jackson, Lawrence Fishburne, Morgan Freeman, guys like that. Not saying it that can't work. Depends on the storyline. And again, my party's open right now. Shout out goes out to Unique One, Prince Unique, and me and HML Lees. We're talking about remake movies, and one of them we just have a burning topic on The Crow, that's being remade by Bill Skarsgård. That's the actor who does Boy Kills World. Ron Jeremy and Pizza Girls. See, HML Lee, I know you've been a supporter of my show for years. You're one of my greatest. Yes, blessing goes on to you and your family. My party's open right now for 7. First come, first serve. I'm going to let this show run for another 10 more minutes. I got to go out, take care of some things, do some errands, but I'll be right back to do some more shows as far as more gameplay. But I just want to get this argument out the way right quick so we can move on to other topics before I end my show. The remake of The Crow with Bill Skarsgård, that's the guy who played It 1 and It 2, the remake. Now, the original actor who did It was Tim Curry. Incredible actor, an amazing voice actor. Now, he got too old for the part, so he passed the knowledge down to Bill Skarsgård, who did the remake for It. Now, if the character's too old, to the point they can't keep up no more, then yeah, I can see that as a replacement. But at the same time, it depends on how the situation is angled. And you're making Bill Skarsgård do the remake of The Crow. Again, I just feel everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own judgment. To me, I just feel that's disrespect towards Brandon Lee. All right? To me it is. Because I'm a huge martial artist fan. I grew up watching Bruce Lee back in the days. Certain movies were just not meant to be touched. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Again, my point, what I said, somebody need to come along and do Enter the Dragon as a remake. Leave that alone. Don't touch it. They're movies. They're classics. They're one of a kind. Okay, certain movies would, because I say these things for a reason, because Hollywood is running out of ideals. You know what their ideals is now? They're going back to the drawing board on certain. This is Hollywood's ideals right now. If it ain't a superhero movie, if it ain't a video game movie, okay, in case you notice, there are more superhero movies, there are more video game movies within the last century that are originals, and there are less movies now that's not original, but there are remakes, and they're not making a lot of money. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong on this one. Okay, you don't believe me? All right. Okay, let's use Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which that's flexible because you can do anything with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they made a lot of money. This is what I'm talking about. This is what Hollywood reduced themselves down to. If it's a video game movie, it's an original. If it's Marvel or DC, it's an original. Nobody don't believe in originality no more. And then you wonder why when they make a remake, it flops. It crashes at the box office. Because y'all trying to reduplicate the same storyline in your own image, but at the end, it doesn't have the it factor. It doesn't have the S and ends in T factor. Keep in mind, I kept it state of direction, but you get the point where I'm going with this. Leave it alone. It was not meant to be a remake. Okay, I'm no Hollywood producer, but if I was, like I was saying, you mentioned something about Blade. I said this on my show 2 years back. Not trying to change the subject, when they try to do the remake of Blade. Now, Mashallah Ali is off the project, and they brought back Snipes. He's 60 years old, but so what is the fact that he still got one left in the tank? Okay, had they done ran this movie with Mashallah Ali and Prince Hughes, I said this on my show a couple of years back, and you can vouch for me on that. And I would, and again, the unique one is in my party right now. So again, shout out goes out to the co-host of my show, Matt Unique from New York City. Hey, I'm doing fine, man. AKA Prince Unique. It's always an honor. It's always a blessing you to be a part of my show. And again, shout out goes out to you and your family. Hope you and your mom is all right. And shout out goes out to Jeremiah King. He didn't he ain't put nobody in the Hudson River lately, so that's a good thing. So I know y'all still trying to clean that up from his last mess, but other than that, again, shout out goes out to Jeremiah King. But I'm glad you're in on my show, because maybe you can add a little light to the topic of what we're talking about as far as remake movies. And I was explaining this to HML Lead that about The Crow. You remember The Crow back in the days?
Oh yeah,
that's exactly. See, this is why I have my co-host in the show. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Right. Brother, I'm glad you on my show. I'm glad you came in and gave your strong, humble voice of opinion on it, and you couldn't have said it. You couldn't have said it better myself. You couldn't have said it better than me. All right. And this is what I'm trying to explain to HMLE. Now, what you said, I said it, but you said it way better than I did. These are the points I'm trying to make. So, again, will I see this movie? Only way I'll see this movie if you pay. No, for real. Only way I will see this movie if you paying homage. But technically, to tell you the truth, to be honest with you, and I'm just gonna go there, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
I've seen the trailer, and I'm like, right now, and I'm sorry, and again, shout out goes out to the Lee's family in China. One of the biggest family. Anybody, if you know Bruce Lee, the Lees are famous in China. Well, in fact, they literally own China, if you think about it, like it or not. So again, shout out goes out to Bruce Lee, and I pay homage and respect to his family. Shout out goes out to his daughter, Shannon Lee. Okay. Because, yes, she's still alive, by the way. And I'm saying this for a reason. You know, we on the same page. When I saw the trailer for that, I'm like, and again, with all respect to the Lee's family, I feel right now Bruce and Brandon is rolling over in their grave. With all due respect, with all humbly due respect, I personally think this movie should have never been made out of respect for them. Now, after when they made The Crow, they did another Crow movie way before this one, and it was garbage. I'm sorry, and I apologize. Nothing beats the original. Nothing beats the original. So to make this, again, I feel y'all I feel that y'all disrespecting the family. Y'all disrespecting the family. You're disrespecting the name. More importantly, you're disrespecting an iconic treasure, an iconic movie, and a legacy. I feel like it's being tarnished. Leave that alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to cause a big controversy. It's going to cause a big issue. It's going to cause to the point now in the end, it's going to cause a lot of crap. Okay? Because, again, I keep telling y'all, the Lees, oh man, the Lees, they own China, they own Hong Kong, they own Osaka, they own it. They own it. I'm not lying. They own it. You want to know what Bruce Lee's biggest movie was? You want to know what his first movie was? And a lot of people didn't know, but I'll tell you, it was not Enter the Dragon.
No,
it was his.
Before that.
I'll tell you what it was. Bruce Lee's first movie was called The Big Boss.
Yeah.
And it was made in his homeland.
Yeah.
And it blew up in China. Enter the Dragon was his first big major motion movie that blew up around the world. I grew up watching this man. Come on, I grew up. Who didn't like karate back in the days? Everybody thought they were Bruce Lee. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was Bruce Lee. Hell, there been times I thought I was Jim Brown and Chuck Norris. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, you don't want to touch. Leave it alone. Because I'm going to tell you exactly, here we go again, we're talking about predictions on my show right now. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen before it happens. I'm no psychic, I'm no mind reader, I don't have a crystal ball to gaze into the future, but I can just, I'm no lion, no Lord of the Thundercats. I got the sword of omens. I can see sight beyond sight, but I can sense crap beyond crap. This is exactly what's gonna happen. the Crow remake come out, it's gonna make money, but at the same time, Shannon gonna come out of the woodworks. Let's get that out the way now. She's gonna come out the woodworks. She gonna say something. I don't know if she's gonna say something positive or negative about it, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna say something negative about it because y'all disrespecting the name. They're disrespecting the name. And once that happens, now if anybody gonna get more proceeds out of this movie, whether if it's a flop or not, you know who gonna get that? It won't be. I'll tell you right now, it won't be Hollywood. Hollywood might get a small percentage of that. The majority of the proceeds of that, that's going to Shannon. Shannon's getting that. Come on, are you kidding me? He stopped feeling the game. He said he stopped feeling games of death for Enter the Dragon. Dude, first of all, dude, I grew up watching this man. Okay, I done read his books. The only thing I haven't did was went into his dojo. And by the way, he owns 180 dojos around the world, and I didn't have to get on Google to figure that out. I done read his books. Okay, and believe me, we're talking one of the greatest martial artists that ever lived. You don't believe me? All this stuff you see right now, UFC, MMA, we didn't learn that on our own. In fact, we ain't know jack about karate until he came along. Okay? When we break it down into a science, I'll break it down into a science. First Bruce Lee. Okay, I'm gonna go there. First Bruce, then Chuck, then Van Damme. Alright. Then Jet. Then what's the guy who played Ant-Man? Then Donnie.
Oh, Donnie.
Donnie Yen. Okay. All of them are good. But the originator, and then I forgot, then Jim Brown. But the originator is always Bruce. Always have, always will. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The closest thing that ever came to Bruce, two people. Jet Li, and by the way, their pronunciation is different because Bruce is Lee, Jet is Li. Jet is one. Jet is one. He's one, and Donnie Yen. They are about the only two that is closest to Bruce Lee's style, pattern, choreography, you name it. They the closest one. You don't believe me? Check out, I think it was Ant-Man 1 and Ant-Man 2 when Donnie Yen and Mike Tyson went at it in that movie for 30 seconds, and it was a draw. And Tyson doing everything but all punches. Even though that movie was scripted, and Jackie Chan, yes, Jackie Chan was in Enter the Dragon. Yes, I think Jackie Chan was like 16 years old, between 16 and 18 years old when he's in the Dragon. Dude, I read his books. I read the man's books. I didn't Google none of that. I actually read that book. Okay? So, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying I know more than you, but here's what I do know. If they make The Crow, I feel it's going to be bad for Hollywood because you're not respecting the legacy and you're not respecting the name. Certain movies, if they can't come up with originality, leave it alone. Now, the last movie that I didn't see and it worked for Bill Skarsgård when he did, that actually happened. Yeah, he did broke Jackie Chan's neck. Dude, I told y'all, I actually read the book. You ain't lying about that. Now, Prince backed me up on this one. Now, him doing The Crow, I don't see it. Here's Hollywood's originality. When Bill Skarsgård did his own little martial art thing when he did Boy Kills World, when he was the deaf mute and he had to avenge his family, that's Hollywood's originality. That I'll watch. I'll watch that 100 times. That makes sense. That worked for him. But they went too far when they made The Crow, the remake of The Crow. Dude, you will not see that in my collection. Hollywood is trying to do things in a 2000 way. See, back then, back in the mid 80s and 90s, we didn't have all CGI. We didn't have, we had models with strings on. I'm just telling you some little Hollywood tricks and secrets. We had stunt doubles. We had all that. Okay, the only two martial artists that actually did their own stunts to this day is Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. They the only two. Okay, so what you said as far as Bruce Lee broke Jackie Chan's neck, that actually, yeah, that is true. That did happen. Again, another topic for another time. But y'all, because I gotta leave in a minute. And I'm gonna let Prince, bless the show before we go. All I'm saying is, if Hollywood's watching this right now, you can email me, you can put it in the comments. I don't care. I just feel, again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to how they see things from a different angle. You might see it a different way than I do. I might see blue. You might be colorblind. I'm not trying to insult you. You might see gray and orange or whatever. I'm just saying that might work for you. If you want to see the Crow remake with Bill Skarsgård, good for you. I'm not saying don't watch the movie. Watch it. Just show money, Jag, do whatever you want. Me, in a way, I don't want to see this movie because I feel that the name Lee, especially Bruce and Brandon, they're not showing respect. These are some iconic, legendary movies. Leave it alone. It did not deserve a remake. Because right now, just like before Prince came on my show, this is Hollywood's new ideals now. If it ain't a video game, if it ain't a superhero movie, it ain't gonna blow up.
Yeah.
There's no more originality.
Exactly.
No more originality. Now, which I'm not knocking that. Here's originality. Tim Burton brought back. My mind was blown, Prince, when I saw The Flash. That was about a year ago. And again, shout out goes out to Ezra Miller. I love Ezra Miller. But what really set the movie off when they brought back the old school Michael straight up Keaton, brought back the original Batmobile, the Tim Burton one, the original Batcave, and he had on the original Batsuit. Okay. Again, shout out goes out to Michael straight up Keaton. That was genius. Sure, they could have brought back any Batman, but they brought back Keaton, which to me, I think he's the best Batman of all. And now, because now Tim Burton's like, you know what? You did this. It's been nearly over decades. Let's bring back Beetlejuice 2. Originality. They didn't get, and I'm going to go there. They didn't get Jim Carrey to play Beetlejuice. No, because it's not, I guess, I'm got to go there. The formula doesn't fit. I'm gonna go old school. All right, you run out of cereal. You're gonna do a Craig and Day Day on Friday. You're gonna put some water in your cereal. No, man.
Nah.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Like Chris Tucker said, you ain't got two things that don't make right. Peanut butter, no jelly, ham, no burger. Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. It don't make no sense. Because what's going to happen, as far as with the Crow is concerned, if they run with the ideal, I'm telling you, watch when it comes out. I guarantee you, Shannon is going to speak her mind about her brother and her dad. I don't even, if you really want to know the truth, it's going to happen. You want to know how I know it's going to happen? Because the first thing they're going to interview her is, how do you feel about it? Did they get your approval? And the only thing she could say is yes or no. Because if she said no and they didn't get their approval from this woman, man, no matter how much the movie make, whether it's the approval or not, you better believe that the majority of that money she's going to get out of respect for her brother and her dad.
It's not going to make much.
It's not, and even if it, the Prince, even if it doesn't make much, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen it, and I was like, I know both of them rolling over in their grave right now. I know they is. And I'm not laughing. I'm taking this seriously. I know they are. Okay? Leave it alone. Y'all did Boy Kills World. That's an originality. That was his own thing with Bill Skarsgård. Stop right there. Put Bill Skarsgård in something else.
Yeah, something else, yeah.
For him to take on the mantle of Brandon Lee, that was too much. And you know what I'm gonna say? Nobody can implicate, replicate, or duplicate what these men do, what these legendary, iconic people can do. It's classic. You know. Then again, then he said something about they trying to do another Freddy Krueger. Man, if it ain't the original Robert Englund, leave it alone. Now they did do the remake with what's that guy's name? And he played in The Watchmen. Early something. I can't pronounce his last name. And I've seen the remake. And again, I'm no horror expert. I wish my boy Larry Leonard was on my show because he's the horror guru. Maybe one of these days, before the end of the summer is out, I'm gonna have him swing by my place because he knows his horror a lot. But yeah, but this, you know, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I don't like remakes knowing it's already been made. Now, if you're gonna make preludes, if you're gonna make spin-offs, I can go with that. But remakes, you know, let it be. Especially after they're gone. Like, and I'm gonna bring up one more topic. Like when they did, what's that movie? The Tim Nolan Batman. When they did the Dark Knight with that actor named Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah.
The best Joker of all. And yes, I've seen the trailer for Joker Deluxe with Lady Gaga and what is that actor's name? No, they coming out with they you know, can remember they did the movie Joker, the spin-off movie of Joker. I'll think the actor's name will come. The artist's name. Joaquin Phoenix. There we go. Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. Okay, that comes out in October. Now to do that, now for him to play the Joker, which I'm gonna use that as a good example. That was a different variant of Joker. That was good. Okay, that was all right. But the best Joker of all, because you got different variants. Okay, the best Joker to me would be Jack Nicholson, the Tim Burton version, and Heath Ledger. If I had to say who was the two best ones of all, will be those two. But overall, again, I got love for Jack Nicholson, man. It's sad that he don't act no more, but I still got love for the man because Jack has an amazing, smart aleck sense of humor, but at the same time, when he gets mad, he gets serious. But I like the Heath Ledger Joker for the simple fact because Lynx, shout out goes out to Lynx. Good morning to you. I like him because he had that dark, demonic side of him, to the point where he wasn't as funny, but he was dangerously funny, like, don't try me. And when I saw The Dark Knight, with Christian Bale and Heath Ledger, that's his name, Christian Bale and Heath Ledger, for the first time, not everybody was cheering for Batman. It blew my mind. Everybody was cheering for the Joker. Never seen anything like that in my entire life. To tell you the truth, I was cheering for the Joker. Now, if it's a different variant, that's cool. But if you're using a different variant of the Crow and put it in this movie, again, wasn't meant to be touched. Prince, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, because I lost you for a minute. But I hope you was hearing. Hope you was hearing what I was saying. And because in a minute I'm about to step out. I gotta go to the grocery store in another couple of minutes. But yeah, but Hollywood, start doing your own originals. And just before you came on my show, I was telling everybody as far as there are going to be 3 other movies that's going to make $1 billion besides Deadpool and Wolverine. I've already told you guys. Sonic 3 gonna be one of them.
No, Sonic 3.
I will say between the Lion King and Sonic 3, unless they put James Earl Jones in this mix to do it one more time, then I'm gonna lean towards the Lion King. But right now, I haven't heard any indication from James Earl Jones, so anything can get tossed up in the air. I'm going to say Sonic 3. Okay, then you have Beetlejuice and Kraven the Hunter. Both gonna be good. I got to lean more towards Beetlejuice on this one as far as in the $1 billion part, because it's been a while since we seen, Beetlejuice. And then you have Venom and who's another movie. It'll come to me in a minute. I could see Venom working for that too. So out of these certain movies besides Beetlejuice, maybe 1, if not 2 more movies is going to make over $1 billion before the end of 2024. Link said lots of movies are filmed here in Hollywood North. Okay, that's cool. But and then you got The Lion King, Vancouver, Canada. Okay. Now again, back to yeah, that's what I meant to say. Venom and The Lion King, both good. We just got to wait and see what happens, man. But yeah, and then I don't even want to talk about movies for next year, because again, right now, the only body that's really bringing in the work is Marvel. I don't even want to talk about DC right now, but you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. Public service announcement to James Gunn, man. You're killing DC. Will somebody please, man, bring back Zack Snyder, man? I wouldn't say I've seen the trailer. I've seen talks on Superman Legacy. And they bring in this bootleg Harry Cavill. I forgot the actor's name, but I swear to God, he looks damn near just like him. The reason why, and yes, James Gunn, I'm putting you on the spot. You want to know why you got rid of Harry Cavill and except Jason Momoa, because now you're going to turn him, from what I heard, from Aquaman to Lobo. Okay, yeah, Lobo. He's like a space thug in the DC universe. He's one of Superman's rivals. But everybody else you're trying to get rid of. You got rid of Harry Cavill. You got rid of Gal Gadot. You got rid of Ezra Miller. You got Ben Affleck. You got rid of pretty much the whole Justice League. And Link said the woke idiots out there are killing the movie industry. I'm getting to that right now. All right, and then I'm gonna end my show.
Wow.
You want to know why they killing the industry, especially James Gunn? If I'm putting you on the spot, this is my show. I don't work for you. All right. This is who I'm under. I'm under this umbrella right there. That's this. James Gunn, understand? You don't own that law. That's mine. That belongs to me. I'm gonna roll back, buddy. Go on break. I'm gonna wrap it all up in a nutshell. I'm about to end this show. The movie industry is going down the toilet because the actors are making more than the directors. So they feel, you know what? Let's cut some corners and let's get rid of these guys. The biggest mistake that they got rid of in DC Universe when you got rid of Harry Cavill. Now, as far as a different variant, I'm not much of a Superman fan, but back in the days, and this is coming to theaters too. I'm gonna go see that, and it's a true story. Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. I am actually gonna go see that. Now, Christopher Reeves is gonna be everybody's legendary Superman of all time. If that man was alive, I'm sure he would have do the right decision and pass the torch down to Harry Cavill. Don't get any better than that. Now him, I would have done the same thing. Okay, but thanks to James Gunn, because him and his mind, their brain had a divorce, things didn't go right. He felt jealous that the actors are making more money than him. Truth be told, they are. So you bounce Harry Cavill. He jumps over to DC Universe, plays a variant of Wolverine. And guess what? Minus the fact that, you know, he pulled it off. Even though it was for a brief moment, he pulled it off. So if I say, for example, now, if Hugh Jackman, because he's up there in age, and at 58, he looks Jack according to his name. But now, because it's putting a toll on his body, you say, you know what, I'm done with it. Now he is done with it. I can see Hugh Jackman passing the torch down to Henry Cavill. Great decision. Great decision. Now, if you passing it down from torch to torch to torch, and you making sequels and sequel because the original innovator passed it down to this guy, then I could say, you know what, hey, make a sequel. Because it was passed. He passed it. He or she passed the torch. Just like Linda Carter passed the torch to Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman 1984. Smart decision. But now, because Hollywood don't believe in originality no more. And I say that because what's killing the industry, and again, I'm not trying to sound like a hypocrite or nothing, you're relying everything on technology, which that's good, but at the same time, ain't no stories being told from the human perspective. CGI is good, all that's good, all that's great. I'm not mad at you, but nobody don't want to sit down and write anymore. Nobody. Yeah. Nobody don't want to sit down. And thank you for being a new subscriber, Link. So as of now, you is my 109th subscriber. Nobody, no, you know, that's the problem. Yeah. That is the problem. Nobody wants to sit down at the table, write, draw everything on the storyboard, sit down, start bonding with the actors more. See, thank God I'm not a movie director, because I'm not about to get rid of, hell, I'm not about to get rid of somebody that's my cash cow that's going to keep bringing in money. If James Gunn know, if these people are your cash cow, whether they make more money or not, it doesn't matter, because at the end, everybody wins. Okay, you get a bonus for every time you win an Oscar. At the Oscars, that little gold man that's standing like this proud and show me around the world, that little gold statue at the Oscars, a lot of people don't know. Okay, that gives you recognition to the point, okay, you done made your money or whatever, you got that trophy. That trophy doesn't stand for the fact because you made the best movie. It stands for the fact you about to start making better movies behind that. And a lot of people didn't know that. I found that out the hard way. For every time you walk across the stage and somebody presents you that little gold man, that Oscar, they say, you know what? This is your bonus. Now you got to come up with better movies. And a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people, Dude, I do research. Okay, and certain individual, I won't bring his name up, but he know who I'm talking about. But yeah, but and it was wrong for him to slap Chris Rock for that. But you get the point. And again, shout out goes out to Big Willie Style. He knows what I'm talking about. Will Smith, man. And again, I got love for you. But that's what happens. And then if you keep doing remakes, you're not going to get that little gold man when it comes down to Oscar time. You're not going to get it. Okay? And they look at originality. They look at, it's not so much as the actors. The best thing they look at is storyline. But if you're gonna do a remake of that same storyline from a different actor, you're not gonna blow up.
Yeah.
You're not. That's why I'm harping hard on the Crow right now, because, and then what pisses me off, they're not even here no more to defend themselves. They're not even here to even give it the approval, other than Shannon. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Shannon, regardless if the movie is a flop or not, she's gonna have the last say. So I guarantee you that. That's hands down. And I just think personally, I just don't want to see this movie. I don't. Because I looked at the trailer, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Now, when Boy Kills World come on home video, oh, I'll get that. I'll get that. He snapped in that. That's originality. This goes out to producers in Hollywood, to the directors in Hollywood, the ideals in Hollywood, the masterminds in Hollywood, the ones who trying to get to where they need to be. I'm no movie director, but I am a movie fan. Here's some of my advices to you guys. And I told Marvel, I guess I'll tell them too. One, listen to the fans. Listen to us. You might make the movies, but in the end, we watch them. We will tell you if they garbage or not. Two, try to keep it as fan-based as possible. Three, stop getting rid of people that you know is going to bring in the millions, and in some cases now, the billions. And this is how you know when Oscar time comes. Don't be surprised when you go back on that stage. It's cool when you get one Oscar. What happens if you go back on that stage and you walk away with 4 Oscars, 5 Oscars, 10 nominees, best supporting actors, and whatever? Now, when you walk back across that stage and you get 4 of those little gold men, or 6 of those little gold men, you know what that's telling Hollywood? Hollywood's sitting back in the cut saying, and I'm gonna use this as an example. I'm gonna end my show. Deadpool and Wolverine, perfect example. I guarantee you, Ryan Reynolds gonna walk across that stage again for another Oscar. Hugh Jackman is going to walk across that stage again for another Oscar. Wesley Snipes, I would love to see him walk across the stage again for another Oscar. You want to know why? Because they made billions. That's why. But Hollywood ain't going to tell you the truth. This is DC and Networks and Power Players. I am. I keeps up. I am, and I work every day, and I still keep up. They're never going to tell you the truth. And if I expose them, fine. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm wrong. They'll never tell you, but I am. For every time they make a billion. You don't believe me? Wait till Oscar time comes next time around. Watch when Ryan Reynolds walk across that stage. He's going to get another Oscar. Watch when Hugh Jackman walk across the stage. When they get another Oscar. In fact, watch when all the co-stars walk across that stage and get another Oscar. If you win one Oscar, that's one thing. You on top of the world. But when you win more than 2, they made over $1 billion. That's why. I keep telling everybody, win, lose, or draw, the money always wins. Always have, always will. And that's all I got to say. Like I said, HMN leads. You know, if you want to go see the Crow, cool. I'm not mad at you. Me, I just feel I'm out of. I just feel it ain't for me. It don't feel right. As a fan, especially as a Bruce Lee fan, it doesn't feel. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't feel centered within my heart, within my mind. I just feel like. I just feel like I'm not saying I'm out of place, but it feels wrong. It doesn't feel right. To me, it doesn't feel right. To everybody else,
like a dishonor.
I feel this. Prince, this is why you my co-host of my show. I do feel dishonor. I don't feel blessed behind that. I don't. Hollywood, you want to make your money? Make your bread. Make your bread. But here's a saying. Not all money's good money. Not all of it. There's two kinds of people in this world. Those who like money, those who love money. Me, I'm both. But the difference is between me and everybody else, not all money's good money. That's all I got to say. And Prince took the words right out of my mouth. I feel dishonest. And that's wrong. But I guarantee you, Shannon's going to have the last say so. Regardless of how much y'all make. Don't be surprised. Please come back on the Spidey Online show saying, Spidey, how did you know? How did you know? I'll never tell you. Watch, hey, as David Copperfield, as a Siegfried and Roy, a good magician never tell you his tricks or the secrets behind those tricks. I'll never tell you, but I assure you I'm not far from the truth. Prince, we about to wrap up this show. Like I said, before you bring us home for the word of the day, give me your comments, there's a few words you want to say before bringing us home. As of now, for the next couple more minutes, the floor is yours.
All right. Yeah, I would have to say that in my humble opinion, stop doing bleaching or too much of the original classics. And they are more the more they keep making remakes, they are just destroying what was classic. And if you want to do something different, then do something original. And I think that you will be more successful if you do original movies.
Right.
Stop bleaching over bleaching over the classics.
Mm-hmm.
And they will see within themselves that they will make more money when they do original movies with better creativity and using people who know how to act.
Exactly. And again, like always, I'm glad you're a co-host on my show. I'm glad you took the time out to help support the show and, help bring your opinions and your comments to the show, because I appreciate you, brother. I love you for that, man. Well, let me give out quick shout outs right quickly before we end the show right now. For starters, to the president and co-founder of DCN Networks and Power Players, Sean the Genius Harris. To everybody on the south side of Chicago, shout out goes out to you guys. To the Harrison headquarters, to Sean's sister April, shout out goes out to you. To my goddaughter, his daughter Sarah, shout out goes out to you. To Robbo, you got you owe me 2 dinners, man. We're gonna get on that later. Shout out goes out to you. You know what I'm talking about? That pot roast dinner, man. He missed 2 of my birthdays, man. That man got catch up to do, straight up. Yeah, man. We ain't gonna set Jeremiah King on, man. We ain't trying to. I need him alive for my meal, dude. I need my plate, man. Screw that, man. No, man. No. We ain't gonna put him in the trunk yet, man. No, man. And no, the man can cook straight up. For real, no. I know what you're thinking, prison. Like, no, man. I need him, dude. Let me get a meal out this man, and then, we can handle the rest. For real. Straight up. So again, shout out goes out to Robo, man. Rob Wall. Shout out goes out to you. So a shout out goes out to Dion. Well, another one of my best friend of mine. You got the third on lock. I'm not worried. Shout out goes out to you. To the guru, Larry Leonard at the Larry Leonard headquarters on the south side of Chicago. To his mom, Mrs. Leonard, and to his sister Billy, and to your neighbors on the block that watch the show. You're probably one of my biggest fans of the show. Shout out goes out to you. To the dangerous one himself, DDG, Dangerous Danny Garcia. Shout out goes out to you. To Alex the Lone Wolf Thorne. And if you want to check out some great exclusive movies, check out Thorne Theater Reviews on YouTube. Tell them Officer D from DC Networks and Power Players from North of Sheffield Commons sent you. And who knows, you're going to get some cool fun as far as some of his comments. So definitely check out Thorne Theater Reviews. Please give him a thumbs up and subscribe to his show. Shout out goes out to you. To my West Side family, the Redmonds, shout out goes out to you guys. To my immediate family, the Crittens, Colognes, Millsaps, and Johnsons, shout out goes out to you guys. To the love of my life, Demetri Ann Johnson, the future Mrs. Crittenden, out in Gary, Hobart, Indiana. To all my future grandkids, they are my greatest treasures of the world. Love you guys, man, so very much. Shout out goes out to you guys. Who else need to give a shout out to? Angelo Zondo and his wife. Shout out goes out to you. Vicky Richmond and Mario. Shout out goes out to you. To Marie and Morgan Cambridge. Marie, that's my best friend. Morgan, she's like my daughter. I love her just like I love my own kids. Especially my future grandkids. So they are part. She's a part. They're a part of me too. Shout out goes out to you guys. And I almost forgot before I end my show. Before we give it a good send off, I'm gonna do this right now. Cause I don't want to think I didn't forget about them. And here it is. Little robot buddy, you got one more task to do. And if this is your birthday month of August 29th, 2024, happy birthday from all of us from DCN Networks and Power Players. My next guest is, do I give out birthday shout outs? Yes, I do. 1, you seriously have to sub to the show, the most important thing of all. 2, you leaving a comment as far as the day of or the day after. And 3, if I see it in the comment, I will give you a shout out live on the Spotty 09 show. Little Robot Buddy, you is officially on break. All right. Oh, and keep in mind that this month is almost over with. That's why I'm trying to do a show right now. So I will be temporarily offline. If I can be back on sooner, fine. If not, no later than October. I'm going to have a lot of exclusive stuff. So again, it's a temporary hiatus. It's not permanent. But come October, I'm bringing the pain on all kinds of stuff, especially as far as games. The new Mortal Kombat Season Pass 2 Chaos Ring that comes out September 20th next month. I will do some gameplay on that, not in September because it's Mortal Kombat. I will do that specific gameplay on the Chaos Ring in October, so that way you can see some of the new characters as far as DLC and cameo characters. So you don't want to miss out on that. Spoiler alert, Sector and Cybrax, they are female, cyborgs now. So check out the trailer on YouTube for further information on that, so you don't want to miss out on that. And like I said, October, that's what DC and Networks and Power Play is going to come back in full effect. Who else I need to give a shout out to before I end the show? And like always, my co-host of the show, love having on here. Again, my brother from another mother from New York, Matt Unique, aka Prince Unique of NWI. Giving them a shout out again. I love having them on here. To Wicked, man, Prince is my witness, so I did give you a shout out. Fountain of Pain. Will somebody please find Canel, man? We got to get the band back together. Shout out goes out to him. Jeremiah King. Please, man, don't put too many bodies in the Hudson, man. You know, you got to let boats and fish go by, man. Come on, man. Shove them in the sewer somewhere. Now and then you'll overrule the rat population. So we ain't gonna try that. So again, shout out goes out to Jeremiah King, Black Sampson, Doom, all the rest of the cast are part of NWI. Shout out goes out to you. Our former tag team champions on WWE 2K24, Black and Blue. We gotta find those guys. So Prince will come up with a plan on that. And that's about it. And shout out to my little buddy Sonic. This is Super Sonic. So I'm very excited for Sonic 3 that comes out in December. And leaving comments as far as what you want to see as far as new gameplay, movies, topics. And don't forget, come December, because December's an important month for me. I'm not in no rush for no snow or anything like that. But because my birthday is December 15th, December 20th, we're going to have the Con Art Delete here, another anime fair in Chicago. So I got to work on my birthday, but I am going to do everything in my power to take off December 20th, because DC Networks and Power Players, Loose Imagination, Alpha Flight, the network, that's all part of DC Networks Power Players. So me and the president of DC Networks Power Players, Sean Harris, we all gonna be there again for Con Art Delete, as far as one of the biggest anime fairs of the season. I don't know if I'm gonna be in cosplay. I've done Stone Cold 4 times. I think I'm gonna get at a break for now. I might just go as an average Joe and just get a cool T-shirt and support, and we're gonna go from there. And don't forget, next month you got other movies coming along the way. I will give you insight on Beetlejuice 2. Prince said for me to check out and see whether or not it's James Earl Jones going to be the voice actor for Mufasa the Lion King. Once I find that out, Prince, I'll text you personally to let you know as a confirm. And last but not least, Sonic Adventure 3 will be released December 20th. So all this I will bring up no later than October. All right, I stretched this show out long enough. Let me play my music in 3, 2, 1. And when you hear that music, that means my Thursday morning updates, August 29th, 2024, has come to a closure and its final destination. Well, that is, I gotta play the default music because I ain't trying to get in no copyright trouble. That's PlayStation stuff, so I'm just keeping everything legit. Well, that's about it. And if I miss anybody, please leave in comments. So right now, Links, you is my 709th subscriber. Thank you so very much. Please tell all your friends, your co-worker, the neighbor next door, whoever, the dog, cat. I don't care who you tell, man. That'd be tripped out if we had a dog and cat on our show. I don't care who it is. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. I don't care who you tell, man. Let everybody know about the show. Okay, I also want to give out shout outs to everybody in my Facebook community. Shout out goes out to you guys, Mr. Pike Panther Army. Who else? Company of Learning, big supporter of the show. Next to Matt Unique, thank you so very much. And last topic before I end my show, I love t-shirts. Please leave in the comments on, do you want to see that logo on this shirt, on this chest? Leave in the comments, because I tell everybody right now, if we can get over 1,000 subscribers, I'll wear the DCN shirt. I will wear it. And who knows? I might take that idea to the next level and, probably open up some kind of plan where everybody else can be wearing one too. But we got to get that 1,000 mark. We're at 709. We on our way. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it rotating, man. Let's keep it rolling, man. About to end the show, Prince. Is there any last words you want to say, man, before I jump off the air?
I would just say, that's in the words to find good enjoyment for your life. Because life is short, because of life it can
Right.
those who have eyes, they see what's going on. So, my opinion, just find good enjoyment, enjoy your life to the best of your capacity, doing the right thing, elevating yourself, elevating your mind, and focusing on things that will benefit you and get better from yourself each and every day as much as possible. And just having a balance in life is very important. And when you do too much of one thing, that can be quite detrimental towards us. So having a balance is very necessary in this life. And find peace within yourself and keep it there. So that always nothing cannot be yourself to have that peace to be gone from yourself. So that is the words for today. And I hope that everyone also has a great day. And just find good enjoyment for your life because it is very short.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
enjoy the time that you have. Don't focus on the negative.
Right.
Focus on yourself.
Right.
Focus on how can you be better each and every day.
Right.
Forget all the nonsense.
Exactly. Right. Right. Prince, like I said, those some good words of wisdom, good words of choice. And like always, love the fact that you're on our show, man. And especially when you bring us home with words like that. That's something to look forward to, something to live by. Again, appreciate that, brother. Thank you so very much. Thank you, man. Like I said, I tell anybody, especially when it comes down to you, my show is your show. Or even if anybody stop over my crib and hang out on my couch for a minute, my show is your show. That means a lot, and that is something to look forward to. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, I'm out of here. I will do some more gameplay before the end of the day is out, and we go from there. It's Darnell Crittenden from DC Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later and later. And please subscribe to the show and leave in comments. And again, thank you so very much to be a part of the #1 show on YouTube, on PlayStation, and yes, this will be on social media before the end of the day is out. I'm out of here. God bless. Peace out. And like always, until next time, Chicago, until next time, the world, is Darnell Crittenden and the unique one himself, Prince Unique from DC and Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Public service announcement, especially to Chicago and definitely the world. Will y'all please, if you don't do it for yourself, do it for someone you love. Got enough violence in the world as it is. Because if man is not around long enough to live, that man's not around long enough to exist like for what it should be. Put those guns down. A little piece of metal, is it worth losing all that, especially life? Put it down. Because even with all the technology in the world, somebody in the village, we got to have at least one wise man in the village. And I'm not talking about WWE superstar Paul Heyman. Shout out goes out to you, and I hope you get better. Put those guns down. Let's find another way of life rather than finding another way to end it. I'm out of here. Peace.